Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into the sources on Alan Turing. I mean, his life covers so much ground. Code breaking, the very dawn of computing, and, well, profound personal tragedy, too. It feels like a really crucial story.
Absolutely. And our mission today is uh, really to quickly pull out the most important pieces, his incredible achievements, his early life, the methods he used, and maybe most importantly, what lessons his story still holds for us now.
Okay, so looking at the sources, we probably have to start with his wartime work, right? The cryptanalysis of the German Enigma machine. That was at Bletchley Park.
Right. And specifically, how he used that bomb machine, which was actually an electromechanical upgrade on an earlier Polish design.
And the impact was just huge. The official war historian, Harry Hensley, estimated Turing's work shortened the war in Europe by, what, more than 2 years?
That's the figure often cited, yes.
Yeah.
An incredible contribution. But then almost immediately after the war, he pivots.
Yeah, to his theoretical work.
Exactly. He lays out the conceptual framework for the Turing machine. I mean, that's basically the blueprint, the abstract model behind every single digital computer you use today.
It's foundational. And then there's the Turing test from 1950.
Yes, still the benchmark, really, for thinking about artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Can a machine think, or at least can it fool us into believing it can? That's his challenge.
The sheer range is amazing. He even moved into mathematical biology later on. Seems like a completely different field.
It does, but it's fascinating. His 1952 paper, The Chemical Basis of Morphogenesis, well, it described these things called reaction diffusion systems. Basically, how simple chemical processes can spontaneously generate complex patterns, like the spots on a leopard or stripes on a zebra. They call them Turing patterns now.
Incredible. So how did he actually do all this? Let's talk about his methods, maybe back at Bletchley first. It wasn't just the bomb machine itself, was it?
No, not at all. Beyond the hardware, he was pioneering statistical techniques. Things like Bambarismus.
Bambarismus?
Yeah.
What exactly was that?
Well, it was a clever statistical method he developed. It helped them figure out the most likely settings on the Enigma machines before they even started running the bomb machines. It made incredibly efficient use of their limited computing resources.
So it optimized the whole process.
Massively. And this work, his papers on probability and crypto, they were considered so vital, they stayed classified under the Official Secrets Act for something like 70 years.
Wow. And that technical vision carried on after the war too, right? With the ACE computer?
Oh, absolutely. His detailed design for the automatic computing engine, the ACE, at the National Physical Laboratory, that was one of the very first concrete blueprints for a stored program computer.
And connecting that to AI again.
Right. In that same 1950 paper where he proposed the Turing test, he also suggested something quite profound for AI development. He thought instead of trying to build an adult mind, maybe we should simulate a child's mind and then, well, educate it.
Like machine learning.
Exactly. That's a foundational idea right there,
Yeah.
decades ahead of its time.
So let's rewind a bit. Where did this genius come from? What shaped him early on? Born in London, 1912.
That's right, Maida Vale. And apparently his talent was obvious pretty early. His headmistress reportedly called him a genius.
And there's that anecdote about his dedication.
Oh, yeah, the bicycle story. He was, 13? During the 1926 general strike, everything shut down, but he just got on his bike and rode 60 miles completely alone just to get to Sherborne School for the first day of term.
60 miles, that's dedication.
It really shows his focus. But probably the most profound influence, personally and intellectually, was his first love, Christopher Morcom. They were incredibly close, shared a passion for science.
And Morcom died very young, didn't he?
Tragically young, yes, in 1930. And sources suggest that loss spurred Turing on, almost made him dedicate himself even more intensely to science and mathematics, kind of carrying on Morcom's potential, too. A lot of his major theoretical work followed that period.
That theme of endurance, it seems personal, too. I read he was a serious runner.
Oh, yes. A very talented long-distance runner, apparently near world-class marathon times. He actually used it to cope with the stress. There's that quote attributed to him.
I have such a stressful job that the only way I can get it out of my mind is by running hard. It's the only way I can get some release.
Exactly. That physical exertion as an outlet. But, well, that leads us to the toughest part of his story, and maybe the most crucial lesson for us today. His resilience, or rather, the injustice he faced.
You mean his conviction in 1952?
Yes. The man who helped save Britain, convicted for homosexual acts, which were illegal then, he was forced to choose between prison and hormone treatment, chemical castration. It's just appalling.
And that conviction had real consequences beyond the personal horror. He lost his security clearance, couldn't work for GCHQ anymore.
Right. The very skills that were so vital during the war were suddenly off limits because of societal prejudice. Thankfully, there's been some posthumous justice. The British government apology in 2009.
And the royal pardon from the Queen in 2013. That paved the way for the Alan Turing Law, didn't it? Pardoning thousands of other men convicted under those same outdated laws.
A vital step, but it highlights the terrible cost of intolerance.
So wrapping up this deep dive, what an incredible, almost unbelievable legacy. Theoretical computation, AI, code breaking, even biology, all achieved before he died so young at just 41.
It's staggering. And it leaves you with a final thought, perhaps a provocative one. Given the decades of secrecy around his wartime work, the theories around his death, suicide, accident, and the government's eventual admission of historical injustice, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Wonder what?
How many other quiet geniuses, maybe people challenging norms or just different, are out there right now? People whose contributions we might be missing or actively marginalizing because of prejudice or just, not looking in the right places. It's definitely something to think about. His work is foundational. Keep exploring it.